Hello folks, this video is on multiplying polynomials in several variables, part 1. This is section 5.4, and we already talked about multiplying polynomials in the class last week. It's just that we only had single variables, just x's or just y's. Now we have x's and y's. So what you might remember from multiplying polynomials last week is that you multiply the coefficients. So in this case, -8 and 3 gives me -24. And then you have x's and you count the number you have. So this is x to the 5th because I have 3 here and 2 here. And then y to the 9th because I have 4 here and 5 here. And that's it. That's the product. For this one, we have a monomial times a binomial. So we're going to have to distribute that monomial and multiply it separately by each term on the inside of the parentheses. So 6 times 5 is 30. We have x squared here and x squared here, so we're going to add those and get x to the 4th. And we only have one y here, so that has to tag along. Then we're going to multiply 6x squared y times minus 9y. So we get minus 54 x squared y squared. The x squared comes from here, and we have one y here and one here, so that's how we're getting 2. The next couple of problems are still a monomial times a polynomial. So we're multiplying the monomial times each term on the inside separately. So 7 times 8 is 56. X times x is x squared, and there's only that one y, so that tags along. 7xy, we're multiplying by 3y, so we're going to get 21. X here, and then there are 2 y's, so it's going to be y squared. Okay, this is actually a b, so we're going to multiply this b times each term on the inside of the parentheses. We have a trinomial on the inside, and typically when we multiply with variables, we try to keep the variables in alphabetical order if we can. So when I multiply these, I'm going to get minus a cubed b. And minus b times minus ab is positive ab to the 2nd, because there's 2 b's. And then minus b times minus b cubed is minus b to the 4th. Excellent. Very good. All right, and last week we learned about how to FOIL binomials to multiply them. So we're going to do firsts, outers, inners, lasts. So when I do that here, my firsts are x times 6x, which is 6x squared. My outers are x times 7y, so I'm going to make that 7xy, trying to keep the variables in alphabetical order if possible. Then we multiply the inners, which would be 9y and 6x, so we're going to get 54xy. And then the lasts are 9y and 7y, so we're going to get 63y squared. As is often the case, the middle two terms can be combined because they're like. So they both have xy, so we add the coefficients, and we're going to get 61xy plus 63y squared. Okay? These are being added, so we don't add any exponents. We just make sure they're the same, and then we combine their coefficients. Over here we have more multiplying of two binomials, so we're going to FOIL again. So the firsts, x times 2x is 2x squared. The outers, x times 7y is 7xy. The inners, minus 3y times 2x is minus 6xy. And the lasts, minus 3y times positive 7y is negative 21y squared. The middle two can be combined because they're like, so we've got 2x squared plus 1xy minus 21y squared. You don't have to put a 1 there if you don't want to, but it's perfectly fine if you do. And that's how you multiply polynomials in several variables, and that's part 1.